Breaking news. It is time for us to talk and then make sure that we clarify things on air, because there are a lot of issues going on this during the vetting at Parliament House, and we need to talk about it right now, because what Ghanaians are facing right now, it is very uncomfortable, and we have to let every single person know whatever is going on over there at this moment. Because I would like you to see something. Within just 3 days ago, something happened at Parliament House during the vetting, when it was time to vet Honorable Okujato Ablakwa. There are a lot of issues that was going on around during at that time, and then the members of Parliament were having issues among themselves, and we would like to talk about this. You see, I want to say this to some people, especially the majority leader. That man needs to be careful, because he has given the power to the majority leader, Aferyo Markin, to take over them. It looks as if he is the headmaster of Parliament, because the man he has taken all the power from the NDC. It looks as if the MPP is still on power. The NDC have to let this man knows very well that whatever he's doing, just that they must stop him, because it is very unbelievable. This man, I don't know. Aferyo Markin is not deserved to be a minority leader, because per the way he's speaking, looking at things, this man, it looks as if he has never been a member of Parliament before. Because if you look at the way the man is speaking, he's always deviating. He speaks like a kid. So we need to let him know, say, when you are vetting a minister, because it is the president that has elected that person to come on board, so that you people will ask the person whether he can do the work or not. But you don't sit there as a minority leader to ask people the person questions to favor your political party. This is not good, because you are representing the country. The president has bring the person on board. The president has appointed the person that you, the minority, needs to ask the person to know that whatever work that the president is giving it to him, if the person will be able to do it or not. You don't ask questions to favor your political party. If you look at the question that this man is asking, you can see that he's asking questions based on the pain that, or I don't know, the way the MPP has lost the election. That is why this man is in pain, and he's asking questions to favor the political party, which is the MPP. So the majority leader needs to let that man know, say, you are not doing it for your party. You are doing it for the country. You need to let the country know very well that the question you are asking is in favor of them. You have to let the people feel they are going to represent the country Ghana, but not MPP. You have asked over 100 and something questions, and all those questions, you see, right from the beginning of this vetting, I wasn't following it, but it got to a time I said, no, let me go to that place and then witness what is going on over there. So I was there, and then watching those people, whatever they were doing over there was I don't know how to put it, because the man, he speaks like a kid. Aferyo Markin needs to be very careful. If you are asking a question, let the people of Ghanaians know that indeed I am asking the question per the benefit of the citizens in a country, but you don't rather ask the question to favor your political party. Because these people that the president has appointed them, they are coming to work in the name of Ghana. So let's, we the Ghanaians, the citizens, the people who are in the country, let us feel that indeed you are there to represent us. So ask the question. Let us know that indeed this man that the president has appointed him is coming to do the work. He will be able to deliver. But you don't sit there and have pain within you, use that pain to ask questions. This is very unbelievable. And I think this man is not need to be there. He's the only person who can ask questions about 2 hours. So you see, by the close of the vetting, he can ask one nominee about 100 and something plus questions, and all those questions are not necessary. If you look at Aferyo Markin questions that he's asking during the vetting, you can clearly see that none of that questions is favoring our country. So if you are there to vet the ministers, you should ask them questions that we the Ghanaians want you to ask them, that indeed this work that the president has given it to you to do, will you be able to do? You don't ask the person the questions that will favor MPP. In fact, during Sam George, he asked questions about over 5 questions about MPP. He asked questions about President Akufo-Addo, and then asked questions about the Supreme Court judge, and then asked questions about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Napo. Why? Why are you asking these questions about these people? They are no more in power. They are gone. So it is John Dramani Mahama that is in power now. He is the one who appointed his ministers. And you are the minority leaders. You have to ask them in the favor of Ghana, so that Ghanaians will know that these our leaders will be able to work towards whatever plans that we are having towards. But you don't, rather unfortunately ask questions that will favor your political party. So I was sitting down watching this man. I was in pain. I said, no, they need to cancel this thing. You see, the constitution should change this. They should try to change this. When a political party is in power, the one that is not in power is not supposed to vet them. I think they might call up some, I don't know, it should be some kind of press conference. Yes, they should do it that way, so that the journalists in the country will rather go and then ask the questions in favor of Ghanaians, but not the opposition party members who rather go and then ask those who are in power the questions, because that question they are asking is not favoring Ghanaians. We are watching. Ghanaians are sitting on their TVs to watch whatever is going on there, looking at things. The way Aferyo Markin said the minority leader is speaking does not make sense. So it is better we have to sit this man down to talk to him that no, indeed, you are not doing things to favor us. I don't know why the MPP should choose Aferyo Markin as a minority leader, because per the way this man speaks does not make sense. Yes, even his colleagues are even annoyed of him about asking questions that is not necessary. It got to a time they even stopped him from asking questions. But I'm very glad to hear that during the disagreement between them and the vetting center, they have suspended some of the honorable members not to take part. And I'm sure as I'm speaking right now, Aferyo Markin is part of those people that they have suspended them not to step into that vetting. Yes. And indeed, it is a good job that they have done. That is a right decision. Because if you look at the disagreement that happens over there, it was that man who caused it. But in terms of him, he was very, very quiet and then standing there watching them destroying properties over there. And what kind of life is that? We called you people all honorable. You are there to represent the country. But look at what you people are there to do. You are disgracing the country, putting bad image on us. If member of parliament to go there and then destroy the country's property, how do you think a citizen or maybe an SHS student who is in boarding house will also do or behave over there? I quite remember way back in SHS, if you destroy the school property, the school has to let you pay a penalty to that you have destroyed government property. But look at things there. Look at what Aferyo Markin has caused over there. They have damaged all the tables and then by the microphones that they are using over there, and nothing has been said about it, that in case they are going to let them pay anything about it. If the honorables, our stakeholders who are leading the country, are now fighting in parliament and then destroying the property of our country, how do you expect we the citizens to respect them? You see, so I was watching this thing clearly. I have to send a very big advice and a warning to the minority leader, which is Aferyo Markin, that he needs to be very careful. You are there to ask the questions to favor the Ghanaian people. But unfortunately, he questions that he's asking does not make sense. It should be told. That is what I'm saying, because looking at questions that he was asking Honorable Sam George, and then what do we call it, the sports minister, and I can clearly see that no, these people are in pain. They are fighting for themselves. They are there to stress the nominee for what they have campaigned against them during the 2024 election. That pain is still in them, so they want to base on that to just interact with them, worry those people not to be able to deliver. But truth be told, if you have the knowledge, if you know whatever you are doing, that question does not stop you from delivering. You are going to sit there and then deliver. You see, when you look at during Honorable Sam George vetting, Sam George versus Aferyo Markin, you can clearly see that the answers he was giving to him was on point. You see, when you ask a stupid question, we give you a stupid answer. Why do you ask Honorable that what is the second source of his income? So he just gave him a simple answer that my wife takes care of me. Now you need explanation. How? Why do you need explanation for? And another question that Honorable Sam George has said that during the Akufo-Addo's regime, there was a lot of what do we call it? A lot of controversies and whatever was going on. That Sam just said something against the president that I don't know. He's not ruling. I've forgotten of the question, and I'll find out and bring you that question, so that you listen to the response that he has given to Aferyo Markin over there, who tells you that the guy knows whatever he's doing over there, so he can deliver. If he wants to frustrate him, he will let it go against you, whatever you are doing, without interfering anything. So when you are asking questions based on propaganda, they will have to give you an answer which is based on that same propaganda. So the MPP need to sit up and then speak to Aferyo Markin that this thing that you are doing is not right. It is either they need to change that man as a minority leader and bring a person who thinks as a human being, so that things will go well in Parliament to favor the MPP. Because the man is still speaking, it looks as if they are in power. How do you work with a leader like this? If you have a leader like this, how would your party move forward? No. So the MPP themselves need to sit very well, speak to their leader, let their leader know that there are questions that you are asking and it is not necessary. Ghanaians don't like the way you are acting. If they have appointed you as a stakeholder or a leader to lead a particular group of people, you have to sit with them. Let them know that this is what I'm doing. The way I am ruling my people. Those who are expecting things from us, did they love whatever we are doing at this moment? So you don't do things that will harm us later. So looking at the way Aferyo Markin is leading the MPP in Parliament does not make sense. But I want to sound this warning to the NDC honorables in Parliament over there that they shouldn't keep quiet for Aferyo Markin to take over. That man has no right to control them. So the majority leader have to stand up, back up very well to let that man know that he's not in power anymore. Any moment from now, they are there to rule Ghanaians because the power has been given to them. Ghanaians has decided precisely, so they have given the power to you people to do whatever they want you to do. So you don't let that man interfere you. When he comes into whatever you are doing, he's going to distract you. So you don't have to give him chance to control you in Parliament. I don't know why some of the NDC member of Parliament, they are too slow and letting this Aferyo Markin rule them, control them as if they are case. No, you are not ruling your family. You are ruling a country. So when you are doing something, you make sure you do it properly, accordingly. let the people know that what you are doing is right. You don't ask over 100 and something plus questions, and why even a single question does not make sense over there. What kind of leader are you? Why? Yes, I was talking about a question. So this question, the NDC government says that they are going to stand up to fight over corruption. So the minority mentioned something that some judge said something against the MPP, that during Akufo-Addo's regime there were a lot of people who were stealing Ghana's money. They are stealing Ghanaians' money for their own benefit, doing it whatever they want to do. So that he should prove evidence that indeed he has said something like that. The man said, yes, he has a lot of evidence. There are 777 evidence. If Markin will allow him, give him enough time to explain those 777 evidences that he has, he will be able to do. But if he will not give him time to do that, that means he will not be able to explain even a single evidence over there. The man says there is no time. He has to just mention few, and then he said no. He's not supposed to mention few. He needs to mention everything over there and then explain them one by one. So that was when the chairman of the panel now goes straight to Aferyo Markin and then tell him that he should stop that question, because there's no time. How can nominees sit down and then explain over 777 evidences? Do you think people who are seated over there are they robots? There are chieftains who are sitting at the back of the nominees. They came there to look at what their member of parliament is going to do. So they are coming with a lot of support, and they've been seated there for about 4 to 5 hours, and you are still letting them sitting there, and then you are expecting over 777 evidences from the nominee. This does not make sense. So you need to be very careful. This man needs to be very careful. When he's asking a question, he should be able to ask questions that is very reasonable, that the Ghanaians will indeed clap hands for him, that indeed you are asking a question that we are expected. When we were able, if you are able to have a chance to that place, these are the questions we ask them. So if you are there, you are representing us. So ask the question based on what we want you to do. I will not talk much. During my second video, I will sit down and explain things. The reason why Aferyo Markin is doing all these things, and I see him as a child. We will see that man as a child. He does not deserve to lead the MPP in the 8th parliament. Things are not well with him. He should be very careful. This man needs to be very, very careful, extra careful, so that when you are asking a question, he should be able to ask questions that make sense. Questions that Ghanaians believe that indeed we want you to ask such questions for us. Not questions that you ask and then when a kid sits there to watch you, it just says that you are not serious. So make sure you sit your leader down and speak sense into him, so that he will be able to change, so that the MPP in the 8th parliament will be able to do whatever they are supposed to do. But this is my last warning to the minority leader. You have to be bold to speak to Aferyo Markin and let him know very well that he is not in power anymore, so that you people can allow the NDC to do whatever they have planned to do for Ghanaians. This is a party who step in power to help Ghana. So allow them, don't distract them. We know the NDC can deliver during the President Mahama's regime. So allow them to deliver. You don't have the chance, or whatever you need to do. Don't come and interact them. If anybody that's trying to distract the government of President John Mahama, we the Ghanaians will come after you. We will not allow you to do that. because you people were in power, you are not able to deliver. So if these persons come and he needs to do whatever we are expecting, allow them to do. We know they can do. That's why we have given them the mantle, you have given them the power, you have decided precisely for them to do whatever we expect. So not you people sit in parliament there to disturb them will not bring any change, and whatever you do will not bring back the MPP in power, because John Dramani Mahama has already been sworn in, and there's no single question that you are going to sit there and ask that will bring back MPP into power. It is never possible. So you need to be very careful. The NDC is there to help with the Ghanaians. So the MPP should allow them. What you couldn't do, they are expecting to do it within. By the end of 4 years, they should be able to achieve their purposes. So you don't sit there as a minority leader to disturb them or interact with them. No, we will not allow you to do that. We will expose you. We will keep on exposing you, because the way you speak that does not make sense. The way you are doing in parliament cannot stop the NDC from delivering, because Ghanaians expect much from them. That is why President Mahama has set a committee that is going to work with just 60 ministers, and they know very well that what Ghanaians are expecting is going to be delivered. So watch this video and we will be right back again. Thank you very much.